The Prime Minister makes his inaugural address to Caricom as the leader of the country. Good evening, everyone. I'm Keishla Adderley, and welcome to the Bahamas Tonight, the National Report. Well, the impact of climate change on the region, the need to utilize renewable energy sources, crime and unemployment were the focus as Prime Minister the Honorable Dr. Hubert Minnis addressed the opening session of Caricom in St. George's, Grenada. In his inaugural address as Prime Minister, Dr. Minnis said the region as a whole must work together to harness the potential of the Caribbean to face the challenges it is encountering and must continue to embrace the United Nations climate protocols. Prime Minister Minnis says the region is dependent on the sea and ambient temperatures, but rising sea levels and hurricanes pose a threat to the livelihoods of its people. The Prime Minister, who is also the Caricom head of government with responsibility for tourism, says the region must be diligent in putting together plans for renewable energy.
It is my government's intention to launch an ambitious solarization program in the Bahamas over the next 5 years. In addition to our populations, our region hosts just under 30 million stopover visitors annually. As both of these numbers increase, we will need to increase the production of power generation, electricity, and clean water. We need to improve waste treatment and recycling. These challenges can only be met with renewable solutions.
The Prime Minister said Caricom should be a community of public servants, not a club of politicians. He challenged heads of government to cast a wide net as they seek to represent their people. Here at home, the Prime Minister says his government is determined to address the challenge of corruption and has implemented a policy of zero tolerance.
My government has implemented a policy of zero tolerance for corruption. Upon taking the oath of office, all ministers have been told that they would be immediately dismissed if they are found out to be soliciting or accepting payments. We will implement strong anti-corruption laws and measures.
Meantime, today marks the 44th anniversary of the establishment of the Caribbean Community, better known as Caricom, which became official with the signing of the Treaty of Chaguaramas. Caricom officials stage the annual Heads of Government meeting around this time each year to commemorate the milestone. Earlier today, the Prime Minister was locked into high-level talks, but as our Altaviz Bunnings tells us, she caught up with the Minister of Foreign Affairs on the agenda.
Prime Minister Dr. the Honorable Hubert Minnis greeted Prime Minister of St. Lucia, the Honorable Alan Chastanet, in the lobby of the Radisson Grand Resort in Grenada before 9 o'clock Tuesday morning for a private breakfast meeting. They were later joined by the Prime Minister of Antigua and Barbuda, the Honorable Gaston Brown. The nearly 2-hour meeting ended with a handshake and a few words between the Caricom leaders. Minutes later, Prime Minister Minnis met with officials of the Bahamian delegation for a preview of Caricom's official opening ceremony. Minister of Foreign Affairs, the Honorable Darren Henfield, also tracked to several early Tuesday morning meetings in Grenada. He, along with Bahamas Ambassador-designate to Caricom, His Excellency Reuben Ramming, participated in a formal meeting with the Minister of Foreign Affairs of Australia, the Honorable Julie Bishop, and her delegation. Policy directives focusing on national security and economic development and its impact on the region are the primary issues Minister Henfield wants to address at this week's Caricom meeting.
Cyber security, cyber crime, we have the perennial areas of crime that always challenge us as it relates to immigration, drug and gun smuggling and the regular kind of things. And so we want our focus to be brought to bear on how we can mitigate against these things to make more secure Caribbean communities. Because invariably we're all challenged by the same things. And so together, we come together to cobble our way forward and to see how we can best come up with strategies and plans with assistance from others in the international community to help make our countries better and safer environments for our people and for them to live in and for our economies to thrive.
Minister Henfield plans to accompany the Prime Minister on several other conversations with Caricom heads.
The Prime Minister will have a couple of side meetings. I will have a couple of side meetings with countries that want to engage us at a strategic and policy level to see how we can come together and work with technical issues among us that will better enable our countries to progress and forward in the directions that we would like to go mutually.
Prior to this week's Caricom Heads of Government meeting in Grenada, Minister Henfield attended the 47th Organization of American States Assembly. It was the Foreign Affairs Minister's first official trip, and he was given the opportunity to deliver a communication on behalf of Caricom. Minister Henfield said he was humbled by the welcome he received from his colleagues.
I found a spirit of collegiality, of friendship, of willing to teach and show a new one like me the way and direction in which to go. And sometimes you can just sit and observe and learn so much. I look at a couple of them already as mentors, as those who are able to, because they have so much experience in this area, who are able to just show you the way by their actions, and there's so much to learn.
Prime Minister Minnis and members of his delegation also met with senior diplomats of Germany early Tuesday afternoon, just hours before the official opening of the annual Caricom Heads of Government meeting. Reporting from the Radisson Grand Resort in Grenada, I'm Altaviz Munnings, ZNS Network News.